really impressed. I don't know how you survived. If that had been me, I would have been hanging from a lamppost with a rope.
Well, actually, I did. During the very, very dark days, I was in agony and I was dying of a broken heart as well. I did go through a very dark period where every night I'd visit suicide sites and things like that online. But I looked at my kids, and that they were the safety net. I couldn't leave them.
Well, listen, mate. I want to lighten the mood a little bit because it really has got to me. It's really emotional. But I want to mention the shirt because your shirt's got skulls all over it, and I've got a tie at home, a silk tie at home, and it's got skulls all over it. I'm just into the pattern, and I really like. And I know I've been bugging about these shirts, but yeah, I really want, and I want to know where you get it from.
Well, actually, it's by a company based in Manchester now. I'm a friend of the director, Ken Price. He's from Canada.
Right.
They're called Blake Mill. From William Blake and Dark Satanic Mills from his...
Satanic Mills?
So it links. That's why they call Blake Mill. And they're artisan shirts. They go for about 100 quid.
Yeah.
And he's kindly given me 8 of them. This one, Joe Elliott, the lead singer with Def Leppard, he wears this.
Right.
And this was the original Skulls one. But because you're now a superstar, Vegan Bill, I have a present. Open that. That's 100 quid worth, mate.
Oh, we like presents. We like presents. Oh, this is Blake. Oh my word.
Blake Mill.
Oh, that's posh. That.
Oh yes.
Oof.
Oh yes.
Oof. Oh, look at that.
Oh
put it on,
man.
Man. You can be matching
Yeah, put it on. If it's a bit too small.
Let's have a look. Oh no, I think we're talking here. I think we're cooking on gas. But listen, don't you be getting the same one as me, right? Because my street cred will go right even lower than it was in the first place.
You
So.
cheeky bugger. Where are you from? Oldham. Pleasure, mate.
Thank you. I'm going to wear it in a little bit. Yeah, I like it.
Right.
Is it vegan though?
Yeah.
Thank for that.
I wouldn't. You know, I mean, everything. These are vegan boots.
We've both gone down the vegan track now.
Yeah.
You've been vegan for how long?
We've been 2012, so
2012.
8 years.
Right.
Almost 8 years, yeah.
Right, so you're double what I am. And so when you went first vegan, it was a tough old world out there. There wasn't all the products and everything. Have you seen things change over the last 8 years? Have you seen?
Dramatically in 2012, 2013, if I told people, say I'm vegan, you go, what the bloody hell's that?
Yeah,
What's
I did
vegan?
exactly the same thing.
And they didn't know. And they said, it's not like vegetarian. I said, no. And now, any restaurant you go in or any eatery, it's highly likely that
any decent restaurant and eatery and pub, any decent now
they're going to have vegan options. You walk in the supermarket, wow, you go in Sainsbury's or Tesco, there are so many vegan options.
So much, even Aldi are jumping in on the case.
Yeah,
Aldi,
everywhere.
Lidl, yeah. I found it really, really easy now. I mean, even in the 4 years that I've been vegan,
been dramatic change.
I've seen it just snowball. It's just like there's practically a vegan aisle now in Asda. You know, it's just like so easy.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's hard now. It's hard now for people to not consider it.
Yeah.
Before, people could say to me when I was saying, well, look, I'd give them the anecdotal evidence. I'd say, yeah, look, I feel better, I feel stronger, I've got more energy, and my skin's gone better. Everything is good since I've been vegan. They come back to me and say, well, it's hard to find stuff, but they can't use that reason anymore because it's all there. It's all there. And another thing I found is like there's more online stuff to help you make a decision because you can see the footage about the animal treatment. You've got Land of Hope and Glory, you've got Dominion, you've got Earthlings, you've got all that stuff out there online for you to see what is actually going out there inside these slaughterhouses, inside these farms where they enslave animals. It's just all there, so there's no reason for people to deny anything. Even the medical evidence is all there for you to see.
That's right.
It is, and And what gets me as well is the older generation, right? I've talked about this before. People over 40, they seem to think for some reason that because I've reached this age eating meat and I feel all right and I'm not overweight and I feel good, that there's nothing wrong. But they can't see inside the body what is going to be manifesting very soon later in life.
That's right, yeah.
So they think, well, we don't need to change. I'm 50 years old now. Why change now?
Yeah.
And what's your answer to that to people who say, well, I'm 50 now, why should I change now?
Of course, yeah, there are a couple of aspects regarding veganism, of course. You've got veganism for your health, and then veganism as a lifestyle, compassion towards to animals.
But the thing is, I'll have to disagree with you a little on that one, because there's no such thing as vegan for health, right? Okay, now this is the semantics we're getting in, but we need to be really precise on this.
Plant-based people.
Plant-based, thank you, yeah. I know it seems a bit arsey, but we can't dilute the message to people that veganism is for the animals, full stop. The health side of it and the environmental side of it are a bonus that come with being vegan. You do help the environment more than anything else you can do. You do become more healthy on a vegan diet. However, veganism is for the animals. It's not for health, and that's why we need to sort of. That's why I've corrected you on that. I hope you don't.
No, I mean, what
give me a slap, yeah. But
used to be a Thai boxer, you know, be careful.
I can believe it, mate. You're in the source. But do you understand that we can't water down this message?
I've been. Regarding the animals, I've been to Saves. Which I saw you on. Was it the first or second? I think the second episode.
Oh, the pig save, yeah.
Where you saw
the abattoir, yeah, mate.
I've been there in Preston, and that's heartbreaking. I took my little boy, and we took photographs, and that was heartbreaking.
Do you know why I got so upset though? And it was really, really strange, because I know I used to go in biology in the 70s when I was at school, and 80s. We used to get bullseyes and dissect them. And I remember going to the slaughterhouse near my house and getting a bullseye and thinking, oh, look at this bullseye, and I'd run around like that with it, you know what I mean? Hey, look at my bullseye and all this shit, and throwing it at girls and be screaming and stuff like that.
Oh my goodness.
And so all that stuff didn't really bother me, but when I changed my mindset to these animals are sentient, these animals feel exactly the same as what I feel.
Not a central nervous system.
I looked at this in a completely different way, and it was really strange, and it was something really, I wouldn't say it was stupid, but really sort of minor. This sheep was looking out at me from the top tier of this wagon, and it looked at me, and I'm looking at it, and all I could think was, I want to help you, but I can't. And that got to me, and that really, it still sort of chokes me a little bit. It's helplessness, because as a parent as well, you want to protect the young.
Yeah.
So when I was looking up and I'm thinking, and it's looking at me, and I just felt it saying, "Help me, get me out of this shit." And I'm looking back thinking, "I can't help you. There's nothing I can do." It really got to me, and it got me frustrated. I ended up in tears because I was so frustrated not being able to help this poor animal.
Yeah,
and this is the connection we need to get to these animals.
Yeah, some people. At the same, you know, you get people driving past, or even I've done a cube. I only managed to watch the trailer of Earthlings, and it left me in shock.
Yeah,
I couldn't watch the first film.
Yeah, it's a tough watch.
I was driving about, and I would be in tears. And I've done other things. I've rescued donkeys, and I used to be called. Well, I still am to some extent, the Birdman of Blackpool. Not because the feathered variety now, I'm behaving myself.
We've got to stay PC now,
There's a bit about the non-feathered variety in the book, like a bit of sauciness. But any time a pigeon or a seagull or anything was injured, and people would call me Syd, and I'd be driving out and getting
I used to rescue a lot of birds. When I was a kid, there was a lot of, I used to take them in and look after them, and I think you naturally do that as a child. I mean...
Well, I think I saw early because I joined, I think I was about 8 years old when I joined the League Against Blood Sports and anti-fox hunting and things like that. And I think maybe that was one of the reasons why I stopped eating meat. And I was always compassionate, and I couldn't understand why kids on the council estate would go shooting rats and birds and with their air rifles. I used to have an air rifle. But I used to point it at a target on the back, and I said, I'm not going to kill anything. So,
have any of you two seen Earthlings, by the way? Joe, have you seen Earthlings?
I've heard all about it though.
Have you seen it, Sean? No. No. I think we need to do Clockwork Orange and pin his eyes open and make him watch it, mate, and turn him from this vegetarian film director into a vegan one.
That's a good idea. And if he doesn't, you can kick him in his gorbals.
Yeah. Correct, man. Correct.
Well, and get it into his into his Gulliver.
Yeah.
I remember it's a long time ago that I saw that film. That's quite a heavy film, isn't it? Bloody hell, Kubrick, that wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Kubrick. Yeah, definitely.
So I've always had a very strong sense of injustice towards animals, how they're treated by humans. Because you're right, they're just like us. They have emotions. They feel pain. They want to live and be happy. And unfortunately, the horrors that to actually be born, just to be going to a factory even worse, or vivisection, animals born just to be experimented on in agony. I've seen, a mate of mine, Keith Mann. I don't know if you've heard of him. He's from Rochdale actually. He's living down south, and he killed himself of cancer as well.
Right.
And he was known as Britain's biggest terrorist because he used to go rescuing beagles from the labs, and he was put in prison for 7 years for rescuing beagles.
Yeah. Well, good luck. I mean, applaud him. You know what I mean?
He was I think Ronnie Lee's another one, and Keith Mann. They were one of the original.
Because I remember watching all this on TV and these anti-vivisectionists and all this stuff, and I used to sit and watch them on TV, and I'd be like, well, they're trying to help the humans. What's up with the vivisection? I don't get what's wrong with it. I really had a massive disconnect, me, growing up.
I think a lot.
And it took a lot, but I found that the best way in, what we were talking about before with people over 40, is to go with a health argument. Yeah. Because, like I said, people get disconnected, and a lifetime of being a meat eater, animal products and all that stuff, is that you do get disconnected. You think, well, why bother? So yes, the health route is always a good way in with older people, because you can start reversing the damage that you've done within 3 weeks of starting a plant-based diet. Because it's been proven. Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn got a shitload of people. He put them on a plant-based diet, and these were people who were verging on heart attack. The cholesterol was sky high. He did angiograms and all sorts, and took photos of the inside of their arteries, and they were blocked up. There were tiny little apertures in them, and within 3 weeks, these apertures were opening up.
Yeah, the science is there. It's obviously healthier, and something. I did a vegan power night about 2 months ago.
Vegan what?
Vegan power night.
I've
been doing a vegan power tour around the UK, giving talks and signing my books. But I did a vegan power night in a small bar nearby, and I got a vegan chef to make a Caribbean curry. Right. Now, a lot of 100% carnivores, corpse munchers as I call them, and the bacon, but they tried the curry. That's not bad, that. And so I think, like when you did at the football match, Merthyr Tydfil, wasn't it? And they're trying the burger. That's pretty delicious. You say, hang on, that's vegan, Gave it over. I said, it is. So to actually get them to taste it, and slowly you can change their ideas. Obviously, if someone's in the shit and they've been told, they've got so much to live, then maybe they will grab. And I think, as you say, once they make the connect, if they suddenly start trying it, and then eventually they may well make the connection. Well, hang on, why animals have the same right as us to be happy and live? They're here with us, not for our use. And that goes, I've been on circus protests, and I've not been sabbing, I've not been well enough to be sabbing, but 20% of my book, the 2000 pre-publication, that went to the South Coast hunt sabs. So the new one, once I get my website sorted, I'd probably give it to Cheshire or Lancashire hunt sabs. And one woman refused my book. Right. And only one time someone refused it. They bought my book, and suddenly I don't want it. I said, what? I said, nobody's ever refused it.
You know something? I'm having the same thing with my son. My son won't even watch Game Changers.
Well, it wasn't for that reason. Yeah, my son won't either. He's 22 at Huddersfield Uni. So she got the book. And I said, why do you want it? Nobody else has ever refused it. She said, you give money to the hunt sabs. I said, yeah. She said, well, people like you are destroying the British country pursuits. So I said, piss off, you're not having it. you know, she was a hunter.
She was a hunter, yeah. So she took the time to come and see. She knew exactly what you were doing, but yeah.
It was the diet, the cancer and the diet and the story. Not
so this woman was willing to accept your philosophy if it helped cure something that maybe was going to kill her or want a member of her family, but she wasn't willing to accept the whole package because she likes to go and hunt down innocent animals and get them ripped apart by dogs. Nice.
So, you know, what can I say? It didn't bother me. I really wanted to have the book now.
Yeah.
And from what you've heard so far, I've spent 22 years in the Far East, 10 years in Thailand. I used to manage a sugar company in Thailand, and during my free time I'd explore all the national parks, the islands and in the tropics. I speak the language, I read and write the language, so I did crap from Syd, from pen, from angit, Rabai Sifar, Gengti. So Rabai Sifar means blue sailing ships, and that means Manchester City. So I just said Manchester City in the back, being a true blue. Anyway, besides that, so now that I'm free of cancer, I'm going back to the Far East. I'm going to go back to an island, Gotlanta, in the south. It's tropical, it's gorgeous, white sandy beaches. I have a license that is not open to non-Thais, but as my elder child has Thai nationality, to run vegan adventures out to these islands. Obviously no elephant trekking, no zoos. It'll be just, if you want to swim with dolphins, you can. Come with me. You don't go to a pool where they're in a tank with chemicals. We go on the boat, we go out into the sea, and there's a pod of dolphins in the distance. And we jump in the tropical sea, and then the dolphins can choose whether they swim with us or when they don't, because they're free. It's not, and they more than likely will. I'll show you things that are amazing that no one else goes. Every meal is vegan, and we'll visit an animal sanctuary. It might be baby gibbons, cats and dogs. I've got friends that own sanctuaries, elephants. I've even helped rangers in the north, the northeast with tigers, protecting them. I've done that in the past. And so we can do that. So you can come. If you come, we'll do Lanta Animal Sanctuary. In the morning, you'll visit the kitty hospital and look after the little cats that have been injured and being helped. And then you've got 200 cats to cuddle. You're all right? Oh, you said you like pussy anyway before in your book. So you've got 200 pussies.
My wife's not watching this.
You've got 200, and what you've got to do is cuddle them and take care of them so they get used to being rehomed. And then in the afternoon, under the umbrella trees, the gorgeous sea, you'll take 4 rescue dogs and we'll throw sticks for them into the sea, and they are being given love and care.
Man, it sounds
and
heavenly.
Then they get sent home. So that's one part is this, and similar things are just starting. They're about 4 or 5 grand. I don't want that. I don't want a Rolls Royce, a Ferrari or a Rolex watch. If I can help animals, and you're the same. I mean, it's in my heart. So it's not to make big money, enough to get by. The other thing is, if anyone wants to volunteer, like the filmmakers, if you want to volunteer at a sanctuary, don't go online, because I'll charge you 200 or 300 quid a week. Come to me, I'll make sure you get free accommodation and 3 vegan meals a day, and you can stay as long as you want in paradise. In fact, a guy yesterday is called, I think he's called Edward from Yorkshire. It might have been Halifax, that's your area, Halifax. I said, Syd, and he's going to help Thai street paws who help rescue dogs. And what they do, they rescue dogs and rehome some, and then they go to the temples, because many people who dump dogs give them to the temples and the monks take care, and they go and treat them, and he's going there. He said, I've had enough of the rain here, and he's flying there to help animals. Beautiful. So anyone can get in touch with me, and I'll make sure it costs you nothing. You got to pay your flights.
People get in touch with you. What's the best way to find you?
Well, what I'll do is I'll link Syd's website down below.
I'll put your email address. You can email me and the website.
And I'll bang an email address below as well, so take a look at that.
And any questions, and hopefully when we get the first tour, I'd love to invite Dan. Maybe the filmmakers want to go as well.
Of course they do.
And maybe some of you can join us. Yeah, I mean, you're all right for gibbons, elephants, all animals, aren't you?
Okay, so thank you, Syd. It's been an absolute pleasure. It's been great hearing about your stories. You haven't told us everything because the rest of it is in this book, and I can't give too much away because I don't want to do any spoilers. Thank you for the shirt.
Pleasure.
And it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, buddy. Thank you so much for this.
And I'm so happy at being here and meeting you. But we've been mates a while on
Facebook, yeah.
But now knowing...
Meeting me in the flesh, I'm more beautiful than you thought.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but you're not bad anyway.